What's up, Mid-Michigan? I hope you guys had a great weekend. I know I did. I actually went up snowmobiling this weekend up at our cabin, and actually the trails were pretty nice. Some areas were a little, you could see the sand, but honestly, other than that, we had a great weekend. And of course, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Kyle Macon. I'm your digital news anchor. But like I was saying, I just hope you guys had a great weekend. But of course, we're at the digital desk, so I'm going to take a look at some big stories coming out of Mid-Michigan. I got two pretty decent stories for you, and then one sad update that I just have to give you guys on. Let's get right into it and take a look at the big stories coming out of Mid-Michigan. Alrighty, so the first story that we're going to be talking about is a pretty sad one, an update that the body of Robert Bacon, a missing man last seen in Frankenmuth, was found in a river. Now we've obviously have covered this story about this missing man, but unfortunately we just received on January 4th that his body was recovered in the Cass River. So pretty much what they're saying was Robert Bacon was last seen near the Bavarian Inn on December 27th. And like I said, around 2 p.m. on January 4th, his body was recovered. So his dive teams located Bacon in the Cass River near Heritage Park. And the preliminary cause of death appears to be a drowning, but a final determination will be made by the Saginaw County Medical Examiner's Office. So obviously there'll be another investigation into obviously the death and all that stuff to make sure there was no foul play. But either way, sad story about him being missing and obviously being found this way. So heart goes out to the family involved in this. But yeah, as soon as we know more and once they kind of get the official cause of death, we'll obviously update you guys to let you know there was no foul play involved. Moving over to an actually super wicked story. This is one, it's rare in general to kind of get this crazy video, but let alone 7 suspects running from a stolen car. That's from the Michigan State Police. Michigan State Police chopper captured 7 suspects running from a stolen vehicle. The incident happened on January 4th. Police located a stolen vehicle via a license plate reader. When troopers attempted to make a traffic stop, the vehicle sped off. Overhead, though, the MSB Trooper 2 helicopter tracked the vehicle, and you can see 7 people exiting that SUV and running to a house in Detroit. So let's take a look at that video. It is absolutely insane. It's about 2 minutes long, but I'm just going to let you guys see it. Stolen Kia right here. So it's like right about here where they're thinking, oh, we're good, we got the police off our tail. But they're wrong. The chopper was above them the whole time. So if this tells you guys one thing, you can't, unless there's not choppers, no way. Even if there isn't choppers, if anyone throws like some road spikes out, like you're not gonna get away from it. It's worth stopping, and if you're doing something wrong, just taking yeah, look at that. 7 people. It's like a long car running up. There's 7 people dead sprinting away. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know if it's a house they know, but it doesn't appear to be because they're climbing through a window. Don't know if it's an abandoned building or not. And yeah, so you can see that car pulling up and the car down there in that bottom corners. Those are cops. They're making a perimeter right now. So these guys thought they got away with it. Police, as you can see, they set up here. Here's the police cars right here. I don't know if it's a police car, but with a bunch of lights in the. But you can see they're making a perimeter pretty much, and yeah, they're pretty much catching everyone. These 2 guys thought they were hiding pretty good, but they learned. Yep, there they are. Guns raised, and they caught him red-handed. Yeah, there was all 7 occupants were located and detained. And in that vehicle, a firearm was found, but they are going to determine if any other crimes were committed by them. But nonetheless, still pretty crazy to see something like that, especially 7 people getting out of a Kia. I mean, if you guys know what a Kia is, like the SUV Kia, I'm going to guess a Forte or something. they're pretty small. So 7 people, especially if they're all men. I mean, I don't know how you're fitting that many people in a car. But anyway, another story. I always love leaving you guys off on some feel good news. Well, this one's awesome. GM Flint Assembly grants $20,000 to Flint's Children's Museum to help people visit for free. Obviously, for people like myself, I've been extremely blessed to have the family I've been, in where we've been able to go to the museums and some trips together and stuff. But for people that are living day to day, that is just not the way. They can't go out. So this is awesome what they're doing. So like I said, $20,000 was donated by the Flint General Motors Flint Assembly Plant. The funding will help provide free admission to EBT and WIC families that visit the museum. The additional funding will support free admissions for up to 4 people with an EBT WIC card with a proof of ID when they visit the Flint Children's Museum from January until March. And if you guys are looking to go out there with your friends and family, you can learn more about the free admission by calling this number below, which can be found right on our website, midmichigannow.com. So shout out to GM Flint Assembly. I love it. Like I said, there's always some good news, even in the midst of a world where there's a bunch of bad news floating around. Just open up your eyes. You'll see some great news, especially in our local communities filled with some great people. But yeah, honestly, a very sad update about Robert Bacon. But like I said, I will let you guys know if anything comes of that. And once we get the official cause of death. But nonetheless, my thoughts and prayers goes out to the family involved in that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. It is unfortunately Monday. I wish it was a long weekend for some of you guys. But yeah, for most of us, we're back at work, getting to the grind. But hey, if you think about it, it's going to be over and we'll be at a Friday before we even know it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys when I see you.